Welcome to the Windon Community Garden. I'm here with George Seeds, one of the founding members of this garden. George, will you tell us a little bit about your community partnership with the Chester County Food Bank?
Sure. Well, in 2012, when we decided to start the garden, we had a lot of interest in the community to start a community garden, and we got approval from the HOA board here to move ahead with that. And we constructed the garden in partnership with the Chester County Food Bank Raised Bed Gardening Program, which existed then and still does, and we still continue our partnership with them. We have 32 beds, raised beds. There's 28 gardeners, residents of the community here, and 4 of the 32 beds are dedicated to the Chester County Food Bank. All of the gardeners are residents of the Windon community here.
Right.
And yes, so.
And they take care of the Chester County Food Bank
Yes.
beds as well.
We develop a schedule.
Oh wow, that's
and
great.
and you know, a team of people each takes a week
Yeah.
during this growing season, and they're responsible then for taking care of the food bank beds. The food bank raised bed gardening program is the sort of the overarching umbrella organization for the county,
Right.
and they work in conjunction with the local food cupboards. So the Westchester Food Cupboard on Balmar Street is who we donate all of our produce to.
Wow.
And yes, and they've told us things that don't go over so well. You know, so they they don't want red cabbage or they don't want zucchini because they get inundated with it and so forth.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. With the raised bed gardening program supplies us with seeds and transplants
Oh, wow.
and materials and resources for us to plant those 4 beds. I think last year we donated from those from those 4 beds 285 pounds
Wow.
of produce.
That's
well,
great.
actually, it was mostly from those 4 beds. Some was from excess from other gardens, but
It's still a donation.
But 285 pounds of fresh produce.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a tour then.
Yeah. When we initially built these, we had food bank folks came out. They had all the wood delivered. All this wood is cypress. It's designed to
Untreated and.
it's untreated cypress, which lasts a long time in moisture.
So, which of these beds are for the community and which are for the food bank?
Okay, these 4 beds right here are 1, 2, 3, 4 are for the Chester County Food Bank.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And this is actually our second crop for the food bank. We had a spring crop of spinach and beets.
Oh wow.
No, I guess it was. We didn't. No, here's the beets. The beets haven't been harvested yet. It was really. I guess it was all spinach.
Yeah. Was it the same variety that's in the first bed up there?
Actually, it is because we
Okay.
had extra and we planted that. So yeah. So we have some nice cabbage here, some beets, some tomatoes starting, and some peppers.
I've been seeing this. Have you now with the peppers? Do you prune them at all, or do you let them go natural?
We just will let them go natural. I mean, if there's something crazy going on, I guess we might prune. But no, for the most part, we just let them go natural. And this method of staking and supporting is what's recommended by the food bank. As they grow, we'll just put additional rows of twine.
I think this is what I'm going to do with my garden.
Yeah.
I've
And the
been
same
seeing
with
this.
tomatoes.
Yeah, just put like a foot up or so.
Yeah. And then all of the other beds are beds of individual residents. The food bank likes us to plant one crop per bed, rather than. So that's why rather than multiple vegetables in one bed. So they will want us to plant one full bed of beets, like right behind you there,
Right.
or one full bed of cabbage, one full bed of tomatoes, one full bed of peppers.
Can I pull this weed?
Absolutely. Thank you. We missed one. The other thing that's nice is we get support from the landscape contractor that has the contract for Windon for the development. So all these wood chips, if when they cut down a tree, they chip it, and if we ask them, they'll bring it up and dump the wood chips. So
Just for free.
So we cover the.
Wow.
In order to prevent weeds, we covered all the pathways with this garden fabric
Oh, landscaping fabric?
Landscaping fabric, yeah, which allows the water to go through.
And we had a big community, like it was over 1 or 2 weekends, right, George? Where
Yeah.
everybody from the garden contributed, laying the plastic down,
Yeah.
getting the wheelbarrows, spreading the mulch. It was about 10 of us.
Yeah, one of the great benefits of this is the sense of community that this develops. In so many developments like this, you have people who live next door to each other and maybe talk to each other when they go out and get in their car.
Yeah, maybe
And
once or twice a
gardening
year
brings
they
everybody
talk.
together.
Yeah.
We have work days where, like Bob said, we'll have half the gardeners up here all working together, repairing the fence, laying wood chips, etc.
This is highly
So we have
sustainable.
multiple, usually 1 or 2 work days during the season, where everybody contributes to the effort to do maintenance.
Is this cucumber?
Cucumber,
This is Bob's bed. I'll let him talk about it.
the cucumber, we got peppers, a variety of tomatoes. These are already having peas growing. Just the past couple of days, you can see a couple.
Yeah, they
pea-
flowered.
And then I try to alternate so that they'll contribute back to the soil.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll pull them up. I've got some, and then these are green beans right here, wax beans and green beans.
These are bush beans.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Yeah. So I try to follow the square foot gardening.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have everything very condensed. I've got 1 tomato plant per square foot.
Wow,
And
you
I've had
really
quite a
did.
bit of success. Very little weeding, and it's working out real well.
Everybody has something different. This person obviously likes strawberries.
Yeah.
So, but most of their bed is strawberries, and strawberries have done really well in these beds. There's a few people who have strawberries grown. You can see
It's got a lot of red ones over there.
Yeah.
In fact, some of them need to get fixed.
This was all lettuce here. It started to bolt, and then I put in the zucchini and the peppers just recently. So
Intercropping.
and that's some arugula over there that's still doing okay. It's very peppery and delicious, and
Oh, good.
we'll get a good crop of zucchini right here too. And my onions I pick every other one up to make it into a scallion, and then let the others say to become a full onion.
There's a lot of variety in this bed.
With the rain barrel system, we had great assistance from the Brandywine Red Clay Alliance, I
right.
believe.
Yep.
But Bob Struble, who was the watershed director at that time, was a great help in not only providing rain barrels, but helping us design and think through the system. We'll see when we walk up there.
Yeah,
that
I'm
it's
curious
quite an
to-
interesting little, interesting sort of Rube Goldberg connection.
Yeah.
But it works.
MacGyver, yeah.
It works, and it's all gravity fed. Yeah, you can see here's this water here. All just that's all from the rain that's caught in the rain barrels. So shall we take a walk up there?
But I would like to say something. We can't thank this gentleman enough for the work that he has done, and Karen, to get this off the ground initially and do all of the work to make it happen, and then continually do all of the work to bring the community together and sustain it. His energy and his personality and his attitude toward why this is so important to all of us, to the community. I have lived here since they built it for 30 years. There was never anything that really brought the community together in the way that this does. Part of the incredible beauty of this is the number of the number of people who provided charitable gifts so this could happen.
Yeah.
Of course, our neighbor couldn't be kind enough because he had just moved into that house when this started. So we approached him we didn't even know the gentleman. We just walked up and approached him and said, "Oh, you just moved in here. How would you like to let us use your roof?" and he was kind enough to say, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea."
He couldn't have been more enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Very civic-minded.
Yeah, and even now, if the barrels are if they're empty, he'll just take the hose and fill them up for us on his own accord.
Yeah.
Which we're very grateful. And he just says, "Give me a couple tomatoes. You know, if you have extra tomatoes, put them on the back porch." So that's
it's a good deal.
So it's a great deal. And so
Sounds
yeah,
like
he's
a
been a
deal.
great friend and partner.
You know, to expand on what Jim said, I moved here 10 years ago, and I was telling George that the one thing I missed I loved everything about this community. I absolutely love living here. It's just a great location, and the one thing I missed was growing vegetables.
Yeah.
And George had, he got the ball rolling. So I'm thrilled that he did it, because to me it's something I look forward to every spring.
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for your time. Thank you all for meeting us here today. The Westchester Green Team is really impressed with your work here at the Windon Community Garden, and I hope that we can partner with you guys again and hopefully get some more kids in here and
Yeah.
see it grow.
Well, we'd be happy and very interested to be involved. Help out any way we can.
Excellent.